Whoa, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Benoit, Conflict Sports, checking back in with y'all.
What was up with your boy Baker? Conflict of Sports.
Sent the boot to Eazyana. Conflict of Sports. What's good with it? Man, it's a new year. It's a new year. Happy New Year, man.
Happy New Year, my
man,
dog. Happy New Year.
Yeah, bro, we ain't seen Baker since last year.
Shit, you right about that. You right about that. New year, new Baker.
Baker been MIA.
Nah, man, been working. Been working.
See,
Been
man,
working.
I'm looking at this shit, man. I'm reading this shit, man, saying Floyd Mayweather next potential opponent is a 19-year-old dude, man.
Oh man.
What the fuck?
Oh, that's probably to get that 19-year-old check. I mean, damn.
Listen, no, but look at what I'm about to tell you. Look, the 19-year-old is already a millionaire. His dad is worth $3 billion.
Oh well, shit. I mean, at that point, he just want to do that shit. That's probably on his bucket. There's some shit to fight Floyd. Hey, but hey, listen, that's one thing I pick up on Floyd. That bag there, that man going for that bag, man. That's an easy bag right there because there's no win, no loss in there. That's just a check.
Man, it's an easy bag, man. That boy, look, they say Floyd ran off on the bag on Logan.
But
it ran off on the bag.
Man,
ran off with the bag.
They say Floyd ain't give him nothing.
Ran off on the bag. Hey, that paperwork, whatever you sign, that's what you get.
Man, that's bad, boy. Well, hey, look, what make it worse is he lost. That's what make it worse. Like it ain't like he fighting for the bread and he won.
Yeah,
you got your ass whooped and you lost some money,
man.
Oh, bro. So this week, man, of course, we're gonna talk about some football. Talk about Antonio Brown and Tampa Bay Bucks situation. Get a little NBA talk. Klay Thompson making a comeback this week. Kyrie Irving returning to the Nets tomorrow. You got the college football championship, the rematch between Alabama and Georgia. That should be the rematch. The rematch should be a good one. And so first off, getting to a little football and some teams that probably shocked y'all this weekend if y'all watched some of the games. I know for me, the game that stood out was the Kansas City and Cincinnati game. The Bengals, I really think, and I've been telling some people at my job, I said, you know what? I said, I would not be surprised if the Bengals actually got to the AFC Championship game. They look good. The Bengals look good. They have a pass game. They have a running game. You know, defense is okay when defense is okay at times, but as they offense, they have a young core. A lot of weapons, good quarterback, good receivers, tight end, running back. So, I know the playoffs is a different ball game. The intensity levels are higher in the playoffs. But hey, Joe Burrow's been there. He won a college championship, so I don't think the spotlight is too big for Joe Burrow or Jamar Chase. Right? They've been in the big spotlight, so I don't think that would be big for them. But I wouldn't be surprised if they advance far in the playoffs, though.
I agree. They one of the few teams that actually, even with a 10-6 record, they actually look good. Like they looked good the whole season going into this last week. They actually looked good. Somehow they lost 6 games, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they make it far in the playoffs this season too, man.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't be. I definitely wouldn't be surprised. Then on the AFC side, you guys, it's going to be interesting on the AFC side. You got a young Patriots team, headed to the playoffs. Rookie quarterback. Patriots missed 1 year out of the playoffs last year. Now they bounced back in the playoffs. That's going to be an interesting, story in the playoffs. Young Patriots team. Of course, Kansas City. Of course, Kansas City going to be a story. Tennessee Titans right now. They the number 1 seed in the AFC right now. And they're about to get Derrick Henry back for the playoffs.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting, man, to see how the AFC side, unfolds.
Yeah, that's big for them, man. Ooh.
And Buffalo, and Buffalo,
Yeah.
they made it to the AFC Championship game last season. So they're another team, to look forward to on the AFC side.
Yeah. Nah, it's looking tough over there, man. It's looking tough.
Yeah. Real tough.
Yeah.
And then we go to the NFC.
Yeah. Baker, you have anything on any AFC teams?
Not necessarily. I mean, for the most part, all season. Well, once you pass week 5, week 6, you pretty much see who's developing a winning strategy and who gonna be the teams that's gonna be talked about after week 11.
Yeah.
So I mean, at the end of the day, I didn't see my subject coming up. I want to talk about a certain one, so I'm just waiting on that to pop up. But as far as the team wise, ain't really nothing surprising. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cincinnati, they team nice. I ain't gonna lie, I enjoy watching them. They're a nice team, and if they stick together and they keep getting pieces, man, that can be something that City ain't never seen before.
Yeah.
But they got a chance. They got a chance to have something around for a nice little while. They take their quarterback.
And you can honestly compare, like we was talking about this today. You could actually you can compare like their fan base, the way they fans rock with their team.
You better not say it. I know you better not say it. Go ahead, finish. You better. I'm telling you, better not say it.
You can compare. I'm saying you could compare the fan base to the Saints fan base.
Man, you out of pocket. You out of pocket.
No, what I'm saying is the way they rock with the Bengals.
Out of pocket. You see
the way they rock with the Bengals and travel with with they.
Everybody's fan base do that, man.
But some fan bases are, some fan bases are really, they really, really ride with their team no matter what.
Atlanta fan base do that. Green Bay fan base do that.
Yeah.
Give me another one. Baltimore fan base do that.
What I'm saying is some fan bases really, they rock with their teams harder than other fan bases.
I just named all the teams that did, all the fan base that did that. For you to make that comparison for the two, I don't like that comparison because they're already trying to steal our flame. So that's even more slap in the face right there.
Well, no, they actually had it. They actually had that before we did.
You got to pull it up and prove it.
They actually had that before we did.
You got to pull it up and prove it.
So, but
if you can pull it up and prove it, I give you respect on that one. But that can't respect that one because I did my research on that one too, and I ain't find that.
Yeah, but they've been had that though.
The Saints been having that. Now you might not have been a Saints fan when they had that, but the Saints been having that shit too. That's probably why it may seem as if their shit was longer because you probably jumped on the bandwagon late.
No, we didn't. We didn't hear it. Like we didn't hear it. We didn't hear the who that until like in the 2000s.
Man, you crazy, man.
No, like we didn't really hear it. You know what I'm saying? Like
you didn't hear it.
Really hear it.
You didn't hear it. That shit been around.
No, I'm not saying it. I'm not saying that it hadn't been.
The
around.
only reason why it started to get popular, as far as people starting to hear it more on a national level, is because their team started to win.
Yeah,
but so you from Louisiana, so for you to say you started hearing it in the 2000s and you from Louisiana, they've been saying
no. That's when I really started seeing the who that.
Yeah, because motherfuckers was trying to cash out on it. They had who that everywhere when them boys first took off. But that don't mean that it started popping.
No, I didn't say that it hadn't been around. I'm saying, but that's when it really started. You know what I'm saying? It really started getting out there around like in the 2000s. That's when the who that really started getting out there, and then it was like, okay, it was a big thing for the Saints. The who that. You know what I'm saying?
Nationally, yeah. I agree with you on that. On a national stage, yeah.
Yeah.
But in Louisiana, no. They've been around.
Yeah.
They've been around.
I'm talking about national. I'm just talking about, like nationally.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know that's what you're talking about, because I know you're not talking about it locally. I know that. Yeah. But other than that, dude, there's no team that really surprised me or whatever, but them people's fan base not like our fan base.
So, we switch over to the NFC side. What's some teams you think on the NFC side, going towards the playoffs, that might be able to make a run?
That's a tough one right there for me. Let me see something right quick. I'm gonna have to pull it up and actually give it the eye test, because
you got Green Bay.
It's kind of tricky with it, but you see, for me, Green Bay always going like Green Bay stick around like San Antonio was sticking around back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like they don't even. That's not even a surprise as far as their position, because that's expected of them. That's their MO. You know what I'm saying? That's not something I look at like, God damn, boy, Green Bay out here doing it. That's the MO. I respect that about that franchise.
I mean, Green Bay just got that track record. They just Green Bay Packers. As far as I can remember, 1997, way back, like they were Green Bay Packers. Like they
right,
right. So definitely to me, even with a 13-3 record, they ain't Super Bowl hopes for me.
No, because anything can change with them. Like they can either push the gas and get it, or it can turn the other way, which has been proven with them. Just like I'm not even gonna put the comparison on that like Cole did, but at the same time, like it's proven that they can be the number one team or the favorite team and get knocked off. You know what I'm saying? It happened to the best of them. But for me, on the NFC side, bro, I'm not even gonna lie to you. One team that I didn't see that I didn't see coming, and it won't surprise me if they get fall, will be the Rams. And I say that because you wouldn't expect for them to be like, you wouldn't expect to look at that like the eye test. You wouldn't expect for that to be like that. It just fucked me up. No, and I watched them play, but I watched them play, but I never finished watching the games. I just always I watch them until halftime, and then I go do something else. I don't never watch the whole game. So.
No, the Rams, that's expected. When you look at the Rams team, that's expected for them to be in the playoffs. Like,
no, being a playoffs, I'm talking about to make a deep run. I'm not saying the play. I'm going off of. I must have misunderstood the question. I'm talking. Oh, you just meant in who in the playoffs?
Yeah, like who? Like,
my bad. Yeah, I misunderstood the question. I thought you said who was going to be like a shocker that's going to go fall. That's why I started talking about Green Bay.
No. But the way I guess it was like the way for me, because you were saying about the Rams, and I was just like, well, no, the Rams, like that's kind of expected.
Yeah, that's the Rams, right? It kind of surprised me too, because it's like that's the Rams. Like the Rams have been like they nice, like they
nice, but you can't like. I can't put them like for me shocking. Like I can't put them in the conversation with a Green Bay. For me,
I mean, why not? They was in the Super Bowl the last 5 years, right?
Yeah, but no, they was in it, but they wouldn't.
Yeah, but so I mean, you got to be good to make it to the Super Bowl.
I can't say it. I
Even
can't.
though,
They for me, it's the eye test.
even though it had that, it happened to us. Like I mean, you know,
I feel like it's like this with them. For me, I'm just like this. Now I'm not gonna compare them to like Lions or nothing like that. Because that's a slap in the face. But for me, shockingly seeing how that went down with them and how they've been playing. I mean, that's a shocker right there. Fuck, even.
Yeah, but with the Rams, it's Super Bowl or nothing for that team.
Yeah.
So
it was like that, but it's been like that since the call. Every year after the call, whenever they had that game against us, that's been the momentum around that franchise.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but for me, that's the one team that I can say for me that I can look at, and I was like, all right, cool. Other than that, the other teams in the NFC, I mean, I really can't shout. You got the Cowboys. I don't expect them to make it past week 1 because that's their MO. No, like real talk, like on some real shit. They'll do all this right now. Fire record. Week 1, never scored touchdowns. Like, you feel me? Green Bay, you can't, and I'm just naming the number 1 seed. Green Bay, like I expect that from Green Bay. But again, they're not like the Cowboys. They'll make it all the way damn near there, and then it'll happen to them. The Cowboys fuck around there. They'll fucking lose the game in practice before the game 1 in the playoffs. Them motherfuckers.
They'll fuck around and lose the last game of the season and somehow get knocked out.
That's what I'm saying. Like they be so you know what I'm saying? From a football standpoint with Dallas, I mean, I'm not even going front. I would want them to get at least to the second round, just so that I can hear these people talk their shit and then they stupid ass get knocked out. Because I'm gonna tell you now, if Dallas win that first week in the playoffs, man, you ain't gonna be able to tell them people nothing, man. You ain't gonna be able to tell them people nothing. And then that second week gonna come, they're gonna be all hitting them. Go back home.
But that's all facts though. That's all facts though.
Tampa Bay. Now I'm not even gonna lie. Tampa Bay came out of nowhere when they signed Tom Brady. So when that shit happened, I was like, damn, like I didn't see that coming at all. I'm gonna keep it 100. Like when that happened, I'm like, man, what? Like this really? Like I was like, man, that's wild, bro. I didn't see that one coming a long shot.
Nobody said he wanted to play against Drew. That dude was so competitive against Drew, dog, and it's like, well, man, you still chasing Drew records, man.
And still, yeah.
Like,
and still, he didn't. He broke all of them. Now.
When he talked. No, but he's talking about when he first came.
Yeah, like that was.
He's talking about when he first came.
His main reason that was he wanted. I don't know, man. I can't say that was his reason, but how it looked. Like that's how it looked. Like, come on, man.
And that whole man, we can't even go back to that one, bro, because that whole situation right there, bro. He wanted to, like the word around the NFL was, bro, he really wanted to come to New Orleans. Man. If Drew Brees would have retired, he wanted to come to New Orleans.
I ain't even listen to this. I'm not gonna entertain sour milk in a glass. So
that was just one of the you know what I'm saying, one of the rumors around the NFL around that time. But for me, for the NFC, like we said, man, Green Bay got the number 1 seed again. We pretty much know, it's hard to beat, sometimes it's hard to beat them, this time of the season in, Lambeau Field, man, that cold weather, snow, they have been beaten at home, at this time. But I think for me, this season, I don't think they would let anybody come in and beat them again at home this season in the playoffs. And I feel it'll be Green Bay and Tampa Bay once again for the NFC Championship game. but I think Green Bay will pull it off this season.
I don't know.
The whole thing?
Well, just from the NFC side.
Right.
So from the NFC, you got Green Bay.
I think they could. I think they'll come out the NFC this season. I don't think Aaron Rodgers would be able to handle Tom Brady beating him 2 years in a row at home.
So if y'all both know me, I know what's coming up next, right?
You want to bet on that?
You want to lock that in? Then it froze. Your screen froze or something?
Next question.
Why you don't want to know that nigga? Don't never want to bet with me, man. Like, God damn.
The screen froze.
Oh, that nigga just locked up right down that screen. He didn't know the answer. Yes, no, maybe. Damn, Cole.
That's just my opinion. That ain't my bet.
Feel that.
Well, I mean, shit. We can bet a bottle of Ciroc or something. I know you got something. There ain't even gotta be no money.
Nope.
This is Ciroc.
Nope. My Ciroc staying in my refrigerator.
That nigga never want to come off for nothing, dog. A shot, bet a shot. Shit, I can't pull up the house and you. I bet a shot with you. You gotta give me a shot. God damn. Fuck. Yeah, that nigga tough, boy. Oh man.
Nah, man, but you know, but with still on the NFC side, we all saw what happened with Antonio Brown in the Jets game, and it's so many stories and speculations, man, on what actually happened. So it's like we could never really know what really happened because there's one story out there saying that he was owed some bonuses if he to get a certain amount of catches and yards and receptions, and there's another story saying that he didn't want to go back in the game because he didn't feel 100% healthy enough to play the game because he was injured already, and coach told him if he don't want to get on, if he didn't want to go back in the game, lead aside. Like it's so many other stories, man. That's going around. And it's like you don't know really what what's what.
I feel. I was told this, and I always run with this. There's always some truth to whatever is said. So if you think about all them stories, they practically took the piece of every part of what was probably said in one big picture and made their own story based off of it. So if you look at it from how you just said it, so let me get this right. So he was supposedly, he didn't want to get back in the game, or he was hurting because he didn't want to get back in the game, right?
Like he hadn't. They said he hadn't practiced all week because of an ankle injury.
Okay,
and so I guess so. He did play in the game a little bit, and so I guess from the one they talking about the injury, he didn't feel 100% enough or healthy enough to go back into the game. So they tried to make him go back in the game, and he said no.
All right.
And they they were the story that's out there is saying that Bruce Arians basically like cut him right there on the sideline or whatever, and so he left the field.
So think about this. So to me, that does not sound accurate at all, right? Because the man was hurt. He tried to play. He couldn't play. You want to put him in the game. He's saying he can't go back in the game. He don't want to play. You cut him on the sideline. That don't sound accurate for no NFL team. That sounds like a made up story. That part, that story, the way they put that together, because at the end of the day, and like I said, I didn't watch that game. So if we go look for the sidelines, if he is hurt, did they have a trainer by him?
Now they had players. Well, no, they had. He was on the part I saw from when it was started.
That's what I'm saying though, because anybody that have any type of tweak or anything is protocol that the trainer or the official trainer go and check him out to make sure he's not trying to play or that team is trying to make him play hurt.
Well, I mean, at the point of when we all saw it, it was after. I guess he didn't already. Yeah, it was after.
Right.
Already. So we don't.
Right.
Yeah, we don't have the accurate what transpired between him and the coach.
Right. So like I said, for that, the way that's lined up, that sounds false to me. So what's the other story?
And then the other story is saying that they wasn't playing. They were benching him. They wasn't playing him because after, he was owed some bonuses if he'd get a certain amount of catches and few other stats. He was going to get.
I mean that don't sound valid to do that. I mean, when you got a whole nother game left, so you know what I'm saying. If that was the case, I mean, you could have waited till week 18.
But that's true too. But in the past, though, they do have players that they did that too. They got a lot of players that they've done that to in the NBA, no matter what week it was in. So that can be like 20% accurate. They probably more deep in detail with it because he still had another week left. They had a whole nother week left. So I don't understand what the problem was.
And also because when I looked at that story, I'm like, well, it's maybe so, maybe not, because if anybody backs up for Antonio Brown, and the reason he's in Tampa Bay is because
I told that boy, you gotta change that internet because I can set you up tomorrow.
You know what I'm saying? We know that the coach didn't want him there last year, so it's known. You know what I'm saying? It's a known fact that when the coach,
but
really
did they get him paid? Didn't they get him paid last year?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Tom Brady made sure he got his bonuses last year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I feel the injury story, we ain't getting it probably 100% how it really happened, but I feel that's what it is. Somewhat is surrounding that injury, and for like I'm not like for a man to just walk off his job like that, like I mean, you've been on the football field, on the sidelines, hostile situations. Them coaches, man, coaches get real reckless. Coaches get real reckless. So I mean, he probably didn't necessarily say you cut. He probably told him something like, "You'll never play a down this season. You're not going to be on this team." Something of that nature. But I really think so. Like it's something of that nature. Like
it's something like, more because, like I said, it's a known fact that Bruce Arians did not want nothing to do with Antonio Brown on the team last year. He did not want to bring him in Tampa Bay.
I think it ain't just they didn't want to give him. They wasn't playing him because of his bonuses, and I don't think that.
Yeah, because Tom Brady was with Tom. Tom Brady was going to give him his money. Tom Brady was going to make sure he get his money.
Yeah.
So it's that's one of them situations, man. It's just.
I mean, shit. I feel like this, dog. That's a grown man. People just really, putting too much thought and everything into it. I mean, that's.
But how I look at it, bro. And that's just my opinion, bro. I think it might be over fun. And the only reason I say that, the only reason I feel that way, man, is because just not saying that he was wrong in every situation that was put out there, but you know what I'm saying, it you look at every situation be like, dang, like it's some kind of you know what I'm saying? It's like it seemed like every team that he went to, some kind of drama came, even if it's not necessarily him, but it's like, what I'm saying? It's like the drama followed him. So it kind of, and that kind of makes him, what I'm saying? It kind of just looks bad on him, even though necessarily some situations may not even be his fault, but it just follows him, and it's just a bad situation, bro. Because like they said, bro, like at one point, man, Antonio Brown was considered one of the best wide receivers in the league, man.
Yeah, the 6-year run, damn near.
And and then everything just kind of started going downhill from there, on the field issues, some off the field stuff, and it just kind of. So
hey man, even if he never play another down, I'm quite sure he won't.
He's still rich.
He ain't bothered by it, man. Dude was courtside at the Nets game. Blinked out.
He's too rich.
He ain't leave, just to say, but like I say, man, it's something deep inside, whatever is internal, whatever they, happened between him and the coach, man. And I don't knock no man for, standing up for himself or whatever, you know what I'm saying, no matter what, man. That job will have your replacement, nigga, the day of your funeral. Somebody will be working in the spot.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm
for
saying?
Sure.
So I think it really happened like how you say earlier, man. The manager say, hey, get out my building, get out my premises. You gotta leave. And the way he did it, I guess he could have but as Antonio Brown, he couldn't just leave silently.
No.
My boy had to be talked about so he can go home and drop a little song. Yeah, man, for real.
But it probably had been something that's been going on, and that was something that was said that was the icing on the cake. Because with football is never just one. Well, it happens, but it's always occurring, like something that always happened, and it's like, you know what, fuck this. That's like when anything.
But catch this though, like, because I was watching, the NFL Network this afternoon, and they technically, like, they hadn't cut him.
Man, he's still on a team now.
So what, saying? So it's like, okay, so y'all haven't cut him. So what's really going on?
Some people probably trying to make sure the right story get out before they cut him. That man probably called him and got some shit. Hey, look, you'll never know, bro.
Man, listen.
You'll know when they gonna cut him. Look, all I want is if I say if, because I don't want to wish no firing or getting cut on nobody. But if he get cut, he gotta go do the interview with OMP. That's all I'm gonna keep it at. He gotta go. He gotta.
Yeah.
That'll be kind of dope right there. Or even if it don't, you never know. Shit, on the cool, he brings something to the field. Somebody needs somebody. Like it, you always.
Yeah.
It just
man.
It's just how you.
That's what I'm saying. People saying counseling. I'm saying he out. Hey, as of today, right now, the NFL never said he was suspended indefinitely. He's still on the team, so we just gotta see how it play out. And even if we don't release him to the off season, you know what I'm saying? Just to say, I don't. Hey, it's the NFL final call. Like they, I don't. Like I say, man, it's a job. So it could be talked about and resolved, or they can go their separate ways.
Yeah.
Like, You know, it's just who it is and what platform it was on and how it happened.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. So, but talk a little basketball. Kyrie Irving returning to the court.
This should be good.
That's gonna be interesting. Kyrie Irving returning to the Nets. You know what I'm saying? Only for the away games. But it's definitely gonna be interesting to see how he come out, you know, in his first game of the season.
I think that first game shit on the cool, he might come out that bitch and drop a dime or something. Because you got to think about it, he ain't never stopped practicing. He probably was playing pickup games and all kind of shit somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting, man, to see how that goes. You know, like I said, bro, Klay Thompson making his return Sunday.
That's what I'm gonna watch.
Steve Kerr said he's starting him. He not letting him come up. He's starting.
Well, why would you? That man been down for damn near 6 years. to me, it felt like about 6. I can't remember the last time I seen that man on the court. Man, listen. If that game not the most watched game, then that a lot of it has changed. I'm on that game because if I gotta go to the bar somewhere, because I'm out there. Look, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch that game.
Oh, he come back Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday.
Definitely watching that game.
Come back Sunday at home too. Ooh.
Yeah. Well, you know how dumb it's gonna be over there?
It's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna be in there. Yeah. So I'm gonna probably watch
it. Yeah, man. You know, so it's like I said, you know, like we talked about before, man, you know, like anybody that's just a pure, you know what I'm saying, pure basketball fan, bro, like you excited to see Klay Thompson get back on the court, man.
The Splash Brothers, man.
Man. You know, you know what I'm saying? You miss one year, you know what I'm saying, with an ACL injury, and then you try to come back the next season, and then you out with an Achilles, you know what I'm saying? So that's tough, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just happy. I'm just happy that franchise rolled it out with him and thugged it out with him. Let him get his time, got the proper help. Yeah. There's a lot of players that get rushed back and get hurt again.
Yeah.
And
they probably learned from that whole KD situation.
Yeah, but they went 2 seasons without Klay, boy.
2 seasons.
They waited 2 whole seasons without
Klay. That's what I'm saying. That's an investment. You got a potential. Think about it. You got the potential to keep 2 players that you drafted the whole time.
2 of the best 3-point shooters in the league.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, think about it. If Klay was playing them 2 years too, man, them boys, that 3-point record, it would have been like this, like.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I agree.
So we, you know, and just because you mentioned that record, you know what I'm saying, we still gotta understand too. You know, Steph was pretty much out for like half of a season. You know,
yeah, he did.
So, you know, so like I said, and look how fresh he came back. You know what I'm saying? Like, look how fresh he came back. You know, so Klay being out 2 years, you know, this dude about to come back. You know what I'm saying? Like, fresh, like, so. But it's definitely gonna be good.
That man damn near got that MJ rest.
Yeah.
Cool. That man got to refresh like MJ, not to compare him, but the rest time, like.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know, so it may be, you know what I'm saying, it may have been a downfall for him being that it was injuries, but you know what I'm saying, he got to recharge, you know what I'm saying, he got to recharge his body. You know what I'm saying? And just get fresh. You know, so it's definitely gonna be it's gonna be good to see Klay Thompson back on the court, man. You know, like you said, man, the Splash Brothers, and just to add him back into that rotation, with what they already doing this season.
Yeah, man.
That's gonna be tough, man. That's definitely gonna be tough, man.
Them motherfuckers back till you can't double nobody.
Oh man, dude.
Yeah, ISO the whole time.
Tell you, man, my partner, we were just talking about, man, we were saying, even though, man, like just right now off the back, like, okay, you take Steph, you got Steph, Draymond. Like, other than, you know what I'm saying, like them, what other, big names that they have over there. It's like,
just something, not hold up, not to good job you, just a little something that I was just looking at right now. Kansas State is beating the LSU 21-7 at halftime.
Anyway, what you were saying, Ian, to because that wasn't important. That ain't even on news. You and your partner was talking about with the ISO with Klay in them.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, we were talking about just how like the Warriors, how they up there with with how Steph and them dudes make the players around them good.
Yeah,
like them dudes, a bunch of up and coming NBA players over there, and them dudes over there balling, like they balling.
Yeah. They picked the right players too, because there was chemistry. They was throwing shit around to try to get that together, and they finally got their roster that they needed. They experimented with it. They definitely experimented with it with some good names too. They had some, swap out for swap out, and then it stuck. Like, all right, good, we got something now. But one thing I do want to say, I don't think the coaching staff get the credit. I'm not talking about Kurt. I'm talking about the actual coaches that do the drills with them, that draw up the routine for them to come off the ball shot. Like those coaches, they got a hell of a whoever is their 3-point specialist. Like, as far as coach wise, whoever that guy is over there, or that woman, or whoever that team, man, them people develop some 3-point shooters, because whoever go there that got a potential shot, when you're playing for them, your shot gonna be way better than what it was before you started playing with them. And that goes on that coaching staff. They got some. I don't know who's on their coaching staff, but whoever on that coaching staff that's developing whatever drills he got, man, that man elite, man. That man elite. Because people might throw something at me for this, but boy, KD shot got wetter when he went over there. Oh, you don't think that man that just happened like that? Like, that man's shot got more accurate when he got over there. That coaching staff. You know what I'm saying?
Wiggins. No. I know what you're trying to say, but when KD got over there, he was just more efficient because he didn't have to take as many shots as he did in Oklahoma City. So he was more efficient with his shooting. See, he was still getting his points on less shots. His shot was always wet when he was in
wetter, man. Man, the shot was wetter, man.
No, he was more efficient with his shooting.
Man, that man's shot was wetter. I don't know what the fuck you talking about, what you're drinking over there.
No, listen.
That man shot was wetter. That man didn't want to let me finish my whole. I had a good thing going. I was climaxing. I'm about to come back down to my end of statement, and he want to go argue. But you don't want to bet. Bet something on that Green Bay.
You can't say.
Bet something on that Green Bay. If we're not talking about betting on that Green Bay, I won't talk about that.
Better. You can't say his shot
got wetter. Why I can't say that? Now you gonna tell me I can't say that?
His shot was already wet. But when he
so what you saying is. So what you're saying is his shot. So listen. So he was the same exact player when he was with OKC with the shot, and the same exact player with Golden State. I'm not talking about how many. Hey, wait. I'm not talking about how many times he shot the ball. He was the same exact. Nothing happened between the two. He just moved teams. Is what you're saying?
Yes, he was more efficient.
Man, you crazy, man. Oh, man, you smoking that shit.
He was
smoking that shit. Man, you smoking that shit, man.
He was more efficient in Golden State. He didn't have to take as many shots.
All right then. But it don't matter how many shots he got to take. For me, he went from here. He was over there. When he came here, he was right there. That's better. You got to do drills to make sure those shots go in. You're making it seem like he had the same routine and everything, but he just pulled the shots back some. Man, you crazy, man.
He was already making those shots. Durant was already making those shots.
You playing sports?
Yeah. Durant was already making those shots.
You couldn't have. Because
he was making, bro.
The same
shots. The same shots he was making in Golden State, he was making them in Oklahoma City. The only difference is he didn't have to take as many shots in Golden State as he did.
Wetter.
No, he was just more efficient in his
wetter.
He could take 12 to 15 shots in Golden State and still get his points. Instead of when he was in OKC. When he was in OKC,
let me ask you a question.
He had to take.
When did you enjoy watching him more? If you had to pick, when he was with Golden State or when he was at OKC?
Golden State.
All right then. So I mean, everything went up. It leveled up. He got wetter.
His shot did not change.
He got
That's
wetter.
What I'm telling
That's
you.
All I'm saying. He got wetter. He didn't. No, he didn't change. I never said he changed the shot. I never said he never changed the shot. I think he got wetter. Meaning that he was popping and more.
That's because
that's different. You making it seem like that man changed his whole shooting form or some shit like that. I'm saying when he went there, that coaching staff had a better plan for him. They put that plan into play. They practiced that play. That 3-point coaching staff is fire, and they made that man better. You telling me no? He just went there and they adapted to him. You gotta be fucking. You crazy, man. They ain't adapted him. No, he adapted to them.
Durant.
So is he all right? So let's just say no. So let's just say so. Okay. So what you said? You just said no. So you telling me that man went there and they adapted to him?
What I'm saying is
no. Answer the question. Why you never answer the question? You don't never answer the question. I asked the question. Can I get an answer?
He got better with the system. The system was good. They had
all right. So the system was good.
They had a good system.
So that means that he had to adapt, right?
He adapted to their system.
All right. So
what I'm saying is
he adapted to that system.
When Kevin Durant went to Golden State, he was already Kevin Durant.
Who said he changed his name? I ain't never said the man changed his name.
He was already that player when he went to Golden State.
You taking this shit and running with it in a whole nother direction. I ain't saying nothing about that man. What I'm trying to tell you. Tell me when you're done. That's how we're gonna finish that.
He was more. What I'm saying is, in Golden State, bro, the only difference was he was more efficient in his shot selections. He didn't have to take 31 shots like he did in OKC. That's all I'm saying. He could take 12 to 15 shots in Golden State and still get his points that he was getting in OKC without taking 31 shots. That's what I'm saying. So his shot didn't get wetter. He was just more efficient. His shot been the same. So it ain't he got wetter. No, he just was more efficient. He could take less shots and still get the same amount of points.
You keep saying the same thing over. Just tell me when you're done.
I'm done.
Tell me when you're done. You sure?
I'm done.
You're positive?
I'm positive. I'm done.
All right. So back to what I was saying. This man left from that system and he adapted to that system. That system made him better. That makes you a better player. True or false?
No, true. I'm not saying
no,
that.
There you go. Tell me when you're done.
No, bro. I'm not saying that he did not get better in Golden State. I'm not saying he didn't get better.
Hold on, wait, goddamn, nigga. If we agree that he got better, right? He got better?
Yeah.
Right. So he got wetter.
No, man. For me, in my eyes, for me, the only difference is he was able to take less shots and still get his.
He still had to make them shots, though. Is what you making it seem like he went like he went to the oven and turned the meter down and be like, well, I'm gonna just shoot 10 today, but I'm gonna get 30 off of them 10. No, man, that man, they had to implement a plan. They had to put that man in the plan. They had to draw the plays up for that man with the coaching staff that they have, and those shots was more efficient because he went with the game plan that made his shot better. That's how they draw plays up for basketball. He ain't just leave from OKC and they just said, hey, go on that court, we just gonna pass you the ball, but you ain't gonna shoot as much. Fuck no, that shit ain't happen like that, man.
But those were shots he was already making.
So those shots that he was making from OKC to Golden State, they had to make the plays work for that. They had to adjust that. They had to put that in their system. So by them doing that, the coaching staff had to draw that up for him to be efficient.
Yeah.
All right then. So with that being said, if they drew that up for him to be more efficient, that made him more efficient as well. That's what you mean. How can you say something and then circle back and be like, no, he was already hitting them shots? No, the fuck he wasn't, because he was hitting them shots already. He would not have to go to fucking Golden State.
No, bro. All I'm saying is he was hitting them shots already, but he had to take more shots.
If he hitting them shots already, why and that's your team on some real nigga shit. That's your team. If he hitting them shots already, how the fuck y'all lost? He wasn't hitting them shots. That man was not hitting them shots.
He was hitting them shots, but
so how they lost?
He had to take more shots in OKC than he did in
So he wasn't hitting them then, right?
He was hitting them. He just had to take more shots.
So all right. So now you're contradicting yourself, because you said he was taking more shots in OKC. His percent was down, but he went to Golden State and he took less shots and his percent was up. So if his percent was down, mean he was missing the motherfuckers. If his percent is up over here, mean he hit them. Percent wise, the higher the percent, the more shots you make. So which one it is?
He was more efficient. That's all I've been saying. He was more efficient in Golden State.
He wasn't hitting. So all right. So but he was not hitting the motherfucker.
No, bro. He was hitting them, but it's just the fact that he had to.
You know the definition to efficient?
He had to take 30-something shots in OKC.
Do you know the fucking definition? Do you know the definition to efficient? As far as percent. You know what the fuck that means? Because you throwing that motherfucker around, but then you going against what you're saying. Like you saying he was hitting the motherfuckers, but his percent was down. But he go over here and his percent is more high. He's more efficient over here. Well, if he was not as efficient over here as he was over there, that means over here he was not hitting the motherfucker. Over here he was.
No, bro. That means he had the volume of shots. He had to take more shots in OKC. So, of course, the percentage is going to be a little down because he had to take more shots in OKC.
So that means that if he would have hit more shots,
of course,
would have been
up. Of course, no.
If he would have hit more of those shots that he had to shoot, that was more. That means that would have brought that percent up over there, right? If he would have made more of those shots at OKC, that percent would have been higher, right?
Yeah, but that goes with
all right. Player. And then over here,
if you taking more shots, you're gonna miss. You know what I'm saying? If you taking 30-something shots a game, you're gonna have some games where you gonna miss a lot of those shots because you taking.
I'm saying he going 100%, but I'm saying he was not. So we agree on that. So I think he was missing them. But I've been saying the same shit over. He's been missing the motherfuckers, and now you want to come and say if he's taking the shot, of course he's gonna miss them. I've been saying that. I ain't never said he was hitting them all. I'm trying to tell you he wasn't hitting them all, but you will kind of circle back and try to make it seem like you were saying it the whole time.
No, I was saying though. I was talking about just he was more efficient in Golden State.
I forgot the subject. This nigga blew that. What's the next subject, man?
Being that he had to take less shots in OKC, so he was in Golden State. He was more efficient because he could take 12 to 15 shots a game in Golden State. You know what I'm saying? And it was more efficient because he didn't have to take 30 to 40 shots like he did in OKC. That's all. That's my point of view on it. You know what I'm saying?
So what's the next subject?
That's any player though. If if you go somewhere,
listen, if y'all watching this,
that's the game.
we need somebody in this motherfucker that can time this, because this nigga does not stop. Shit. He can't even speak on it. I asked that man a question about his own team. That man couldn't even get a word in. That man was hitting more in Golden State than he was in fucking OKC. That's a true or false question. Efficient, deficient, electrician. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Was he not hitting more in Golden State? True or false?
No, that's true. I never.
All right then. That's all I asked. Then you started pulling up fucking math equations from Miss Sutter class from Karen Miller.
No, I never disagreed with you. I just look at it in a different way.
No, you did disagree. Don't sit there like you did. You did disagree.
No, I don't disagree with you. I just look at it differently.
But E,
in a different way.
E, let me ask E. So can I ask E a question? Can I ask him a question, Cole?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right. E.
What's up, man?
If you on a team and you hitting a motherfucker,
Okay.
would you leave that team and go to the other team to do the same exact thing?
I mean,
because if you hit the motherfucker, there's no reason.
But we know why he went to.
No, we know. I don't want to even bring it in there because that nigga gonna go another 30 minutes. I just asked a simple question. A simple question.
I mean,
he hitting them. No, I take that back. I asked that question wrong.
Right.
If he hitting the motherfuckers over there, how can you lose?
Okay. I mean, yeah, you're right.
Right.
But
he had to have not.
Again, look, it's basketball. I guess he ain't had a help over there, possibly. However,
he was shooting more. From what I understand, he was shooting more.
So look, this gonna kill it all right now. All right. What was the percentages like from his OKC percentages and his Golden State percentages?
Cole got to pull that up. He bought that shit. Now I wouldn't even talk about no mathematics or none of that. Pull the percentage up.
And I'm only saying that because now
that's right. That's right.
That's the only way we can actually see if he was efficient or if it just looked good.
So pull the numbers up, Cole. Because I don't know the numbers. I ain't gonna sit here and act like I know the numbers. I just know that man. For me, that man got better when he was with Golden State.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie though. His game did elevate once he went.
Right. That's all I'm trying to see. That's all I'm saying.
Definitely. I mean, but I mean, also too, I'm a fan of KD, so I mean.
But for you, it don't matter though because you've seen it. You could have seen a decline in it and would have been like, well, I mean, nah, he kind of declined. He don't do this no more. I can respect that opinion from you or that fact from you because you're going to have that eye for him more than anybody else because that's who you follow.
Right.
But no, man. We all agree that he did get better in Golden State. Like that's not, that's not a.
Now don't jump ship now. Don't jump ship now.
No, because I never said he did not get better in Golden State. I just look at it in a different way. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, for me, I just say he was more efficient in Golden State.
So listen, his shooting percentage, his shooting percent in OKC was .483. His shooting percent with Golden State was .524.
Yeah, he was more efficient. That's all I'm saying. So we basically
because he was hitting the motherfucker. I'm telling you, he was hitting the motherfucker.
Bruh, we both saying he was better in Golden State, but what I'm saying is he was just more efficient because he didn't have to take as many shots in OKC. That's why I say for me, it was more efficient he didn't have to take 30-something plus shots a game. He could take 12 to 15 shots a game and be more efficient. Because you got Steph Curry on this side. You got a Klay Thompson. You got an Andre Iguodala, a Draymond Green. He had all that. So he didn't have to take 30-something shots a game. That's my whole point of view right there. So but how about them Bulls, man? Number one in the East. Number one in the East right now, man. DeMar DeRozan, man. That boy hitting game-winning shots like he Kobe out there, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the solid killer, man. Like
DeMar DeRozan is balling. Like, and I don't know what, bro. Look, and I don't know what it is, man. And with I don't know what it is with the San Antonio system that don't let players play how they can play, because he showed some of it in San Antonio, but because of the system that Pop runs in San Antonio, is like how DeMar DeRozan playing with the Bulls, he couldn't play like that in San Antonio. It was kind of the same thing with Kawhi Leonard, the last few years in San Antonio. It was like maybe the last year he was there, before he got hurt. You know what I'm saying? He kind of started, balling, but when he left San Antonio, he was hooping. So, and I know they have a good system in San Antonio, but it's definitely not a system for players like Kawhi and early on, yeah. But it definitely wasn't a system for a player like DeMar DeRozan, because that dude he hooping, man. He definitely balling right now. And I definitely don't hear his name in the MVP conversations. He definitely should be in that conversation. At this point of the season, he definitely should be in that conversation for MVP. The way he balling, the way he playing right now, he definitely should be in that conversation. And
let's talk about them Showtime. Can't forget about them Showtime. You gotta talk about them Showtime, man.
Well, we know LeBron been, balling.
My boy say, I'm allowed to make turnovers, and who gonna do something about it? Man, boy, Russ is crazy, man.
They probably told him, do your thing.
Man, nigga had 9 that night, man.
Man, that man passing is horrible. That man passing.
Like I said,
my son can pass better than that, bro.
We know Brown been balling.
You can't, but that's Brown, though. Like
he been.
I was gonna make a comparison earlier, but it would have been
irrelevant. I saw the stat earlier. Right now he's averaging his most points per game in the season right now since the 2010 season, when he averaged like 28.4 points a game. And that's what he averaging right now for the season, around 28.4.
Shit, he was one. That bitch got to score damn near 40.
Right.
He did the other day. He dropped 43.
No, I'm saying he got it. I say he got it. I mean, I'm not score. I meant to say average.
Yeah. He played less games. Look, Bron only played like 20-something games, man. Right now, he leading the league in 30-point games right now.
Mm-hmm. And he played center.
Youngest player, yeah. Youngest player to reach 36,000 points. You know,
that man record catalog gonna be so fucking wide to where motherfuckers gonna be chasing that. Man, we gonna be about 2 more generations down, and the motherfuckers gonna be talking about that man still on the still on the top 5 scoring and all of other lists.
And to say and you know, being that, you know, I brought up the 36,000 points. You know, he's number 3 on the list. You know, and to say, you know, because a lot of people don't consider him a scorer, but you know, to be number 3 all time on the scoring list, you know, obviously, you know, the man can score. He's a scorer, you know. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, man. By the time he retired, bro, like, yeah, like Bron will be number 1 in a lot of, you know, he definitely, like, he will be in the top 5 in pretty much every stat, like every stat for NBA history, but he'll pretty much be in like top 5 or top 3. You know, He'll probably be the only player, one of the few players that'll probably be, you know, in the top 5 in points, rebounds, assists. Someone like, he'll be somewhere in there, like, you know, high on pretty much all those lists, man. But that just also goes, you know what I'm saying, to, you know, the time that he takes, you know, into his body every single year in the off season, you know, to not really be injured, you know, as much throughout his career until the last few years, you know, where injuries really start hitting him, you know. So, you know, that's a testament to just, you know, like I said, the hard work that he puts into his body every year, you know, to pretty much try to stay healthy. So, because, you know, to be 37 now, you know, still hooping how you hooping, you know, and we know, man, we've seen a lot of players, you know, at that age, you know, we've watched a lot of players, man, once they got to, you know what I'm saying, once they got to, you know, those points in their career, you know, 36, 37, you know, they pretty much wasn't the same players at that time. You know, they were probably, you know, injuries had really kicked in hard, you know. So to still see a player, you know, at this point in his career, playing how he playing, that's tough.
Right.
And that boy say he want to play with his son. So I believe him. I think he will, before he retire, I think he will play with his son.
No, he definitely will. He said it. Like, I just saw something. Yeah, he definitely will play with his son before he retires. And that's gonna be something exciting.
Yeah, because he's a junior right now. So
that's 2 more years.
So yeah, depending.
Oh, 1 year if you don't count this year.
Depending on what happened. But I think Brian gonna want him to go to college for 1 year, maybe.
You think so?
I think Brian gonna want him to go to college and play, only because he didn't get that college. He didn't get that college experience because he went straight to the league. I think he gonna want Bronny to go to college and just get that.
Man,
college.
they had that side by side, that same interview you talking about, when they asked, he's like, what do you want for your boy? And mom was like, whatever he want to be, happy, like blah blah blah. They asked LeBron, I want him in the NBA. Man, if that man,
I saw that
was his first reply. I want him in the NBA. The mama was like, I just want him to be happy, whatever he do, whatever he want to do. Man, look, that door open and that look good and it's an opportunity. The businessman LeBron is, that man, I have his son go to the NBA and still be in college, because you can do both. Because even if he just go to college, he ain't gonna be able to have no regular college life because he's a celebrity already. So you might as well go to the NBA and then go to college and get the best of both worlds at the same time.
Well, you can't. You can't.
No, I'm talking. Yeah, he can if he's not playing sports. If he in the NBA, you can go to college and still have a career. That's like saying I can't have no job and be in college. That man could be signed to the NBA and go to college.
Well, he can't. I get. Well, no, he definitely can't play sports. Like he
knows what I'm saying. He could be in the NBA and still go to school.
Well, no, that would be tough though. He probably have to do, like he probably do it online stuff. Because
I'm not saying he's gonna be sleeping on the dorm or nothing like that. I'm saying he'll still get his college. Like he'll still go to college and still be in the NBA. He could do that.
Right.
Because, like I said, he's not gonna be able to have no normal college life because he's already a celebrity. So that you kill that part out of it. The part of college, how we look at college, he can't have that same college experience.
You don't think so?
Nah, because everywhere he goes, somebody gonna have their phone out.
Yeah, but shit, same. I mean, you don't think like
he
that?
He used to it. So
yeah,
I'm not saying that he's not used to it, but so the way it is for him is so like look at it like this. You coming in, you going to college. A lot of the times you don't see the star players like you barely catch them on film or something or whatever because they got their whole little thing going, right? But a celebrity wise, they're gonna have people that's gonna go out their way to make it and be in the same place that he's in to where it won't be comfortable. It would have to be too hush hush to throw a party with him there without nobody pulling their phone out. Then something will come out and it'll be like it won't be. It's not gonna be like as if you a regular student and you a star athlete and you just going to the party versus LeBron James. It ain't gonna be the same thing. For him, the experience might still be fire because he don't know what a regular. I'm not gonna say a regular life, but he don't know what a life without that star and that struck. Like he's used to the cameras and everything, so it probably would be dope for him as experience because he don't look at college how we would look at college.
Yeah. So, but before we get to our picks, college.
Oh wait, before you get to your picks, I want to bring something up. So I took my time out to go pull up the efficiency.
We talked about it already.
KD. No, I got the actual numbers. I wouldn't get the numbers.
You did it. You said in OK.
No, not me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize. I stand corrected. You won. You won that one. I apologize. All right. Let's move.
You said his percentage was 48% in OKC, and Golden State it was 52 point something. We talked about that already.
I'm already done. I gave you props on that. I said I messed up on that part. You still going. You got to know how to be like, all right, cool. I got that, cool. Like I said, you got that. I messed up. You wanted to go explain the whole fucking subject again. I just said you good, cuz. So listen, what I meant to say was, if you would have let me finish, I would pull up how many shots he took with Golden State versus how many shots per game he took with OKC. The difference between the shots was 1.5. So he averaged 17 shots per game. Well, if you round up, he actually shot 18 points a game with Golden State, and he shot 19.1 with OKC. So they took one shot away from him. So with that being said, the man was wet. That man was wet. E, you heard the numbers, E?
Yeah, I heard him.
That man was wet. So you made it seem like he had to they didn't took like half his shots from him. They took one shot away from that man. And that man was wet up. So you telling me one shot was the difference maker in that situation?
But technically we know that that's really not you know what I'm saying, we know that he actually took more shots than that. You know what I'm saying? I get that's just a breakdown. That's just a breakdown.
So now the numbers don't matter. So now the numbers don't.
What I'm
man,
saying,
go to the next subject. I'm done with it.
no, man. I'm not.
You
I'm
the one that
not,
brought up the numbers. You the one that brought up
I'm
the
not
numbers.
knocking the numbers. No, I'm not knocking the numbers. But what I'm saying
that man
is,
got wetter when he was at OK. When he was at Golden State, that man was wet.
All three of us know. You know, all three of us know, bro.
Man, that man was Blue Bayou, man.
So we all know he averaged, you know what I'm saying? He pretty much averaged more shots than that. So
that's all like that time.
But so we got the college championship game, a rematch, Bama versus Georgia. Who y'all got?
Bama gonna win.
Oh man.
Bama gonna win.
Bad as I want to say Georgia, bro.
They gotta come with it though. Like they definitely gotta, like they gotta come with it. And I think they know they gotta come with it.
They want to come with it. That's embarrassing getting knocked out twice.
When that game is?
In 2 weeks.
Man.
That's what the third, the second or third week of January.
Yeah, it's always 2 weeks after the play.
I'm gonna come.
I mean, it's always 2 weeks after the college playoff.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back to my pick before the game.
Nah, man.
Yeah, we got one. Yeah, because we got one more week until then. We shouldn't be making no picks right now. We should be making our picks next week for that.
Yeah.
But the week 18 picks, final week of the regular season. Man, it's been one hell of an NFL season this season, man.
Final week, man.
One more week. And a lot is on the line for some of these teams in week 18. First game, Kansas City at Denver.
Damn.
I'm going with Kansas City.
Yeah, because they still playing for that number 1 seed.
Yeah. The Chiefs.
Mm-hmm. Dallas and Philadelphia.
I'm going with Philly.
So both those teams in the playoffs. So that game for either one of those really don't matter because they both in the playoffs.
Who you got, E?
I'm going with Philly.
Who you got, Cole?
This game, I'm taking the Eagles.
How about time? That nigga been around the Cowboys all season.
Next game, Cincinnati and Cleveland. Bingo.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Cincy.
I got
Green Bay. Oh, Green Bay and Detroit.
Green Bay.
Even though that game don't mean nothing for them because they got the number 1 seed locked up already.
Green Bay.
And
I wasn't playing nobody. They better than me. Everybody would have been sitting out.
Everybody.
Yeah, they probably won't play their starters, man. Because they got the number 1 seed already locked up. Next game is Chicago and Minnesota.
Damn, that's a.
I think Minnesota's still playing for a spot. I think I'm not too sure. I think they still playing.
My first mind told me to say Minnesota. That's my first mind told me, so that's what I'm gonna go with.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the Vikings.
Yeah, because I think they technically still fighting for a playoff spot. Next game is Washington and the Giants.
I'm definitely going for Washington.
Washington.
Yeah, we'll go with Washington too, dog.
Oh, and I seen they going. I think sometime next month they gonna finally choose a new name for their team.
Okay.
I'm waiting to see that. That's gonna be a good topic.
Man, and I was supposed to actually take a screenshot of that, man, when I saw it, bro, with the names that they gonna choose from. I gotta find
You saw where you saw that on Facebook?
No, I saw it on Instagram. I think it was on Bleacher Report. I think
I'm gonna try to go look for it when we done.
No. I saw it on Adam Chef page.
On what? On Instagram, Twitter, where?
Yeah, Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta go get
I'm
that,
gonna
man.
look.
I saw it.
But I got Washington though.
Next game, Indianapolis and Jacksonville.
I'm going with the Colts.
The Colts.
Colts. Pittsburgh, Baltimore. I don't know if Lamar been out, man. I don't know if he playing. Lamar been out.
I'm going with Pittsburgh.
Because Lamar been out for a few weeks now, man.
Pittsburgh.
Damn.
I'm gonna still go with. I'm gonna still take the Ravens.
Yeah. Damn. Damn. What they play?
Where they play it?
In Baltimore.
Take the Ravens too, man.
I'm going Pittsburgh. I'm gonna fuck with Pittsburgh.
Next game, Tennessee and Houston.
Titans.
I'm going with the Titans.
Yeah, they definitely trying to seal that number 1 seed up in the AFC. Next game, New Orleans and Atlanta. We trying to fight for that final play. We fighting for that playoff spot.
Who gotta lose? Somebody gotta lose?
49ers gotta lose.
So the 49ers gotta lose and we gotta win.
Yep.
Them regular motherfuckers. Out of all the people they put in charge of that shit, they gotta be them, huh?
Yeah.
Next game, the Jets in Buffalo.
Yeah, but the 49ers play the Rams though, so shit.
Yeah, so and that's the next game. San Francisco and the Rams.
Man, yeah, I'm going with the Rams, man.
The Rams.
I gotta hit up New and see if he got something down on that one.
The Rams trying to win the NFC West. So because that one not locked yet between them and the Cardinals. So they still fighting for something. Next game, New England at Miami.
I ain't lying.
I got New England.
Yeah, I got New England.
I'm going with the upset of Miami at home, man.
All right.
All right, E. You're playing with the motherfuckers.
I know if anybody can beat New England, it's the Dolphins.
Oh, you motherfucking right. That's the same division.
I'm gonna take the Dolphins at home. So I'm gonna take the Dolphins. Okay.
Next game, Seattle and Arizona.
I got Arizona.
Yeah.
Me too.
They playing for the yeah, I got
Carolina and Tampa Bay.
I got Tampa.
That's easy.
And the last game, the Sunday night game, the Chargers and the Raiders.
I got the Chargers.
I'm going out with the Raiders, man.
They both fighting for a playoff spot. Yeah, so that's gonna be that's gonna be a good game. That's gonna be a good game.
Before the playoffs start, that's it.
I'm gonna take the Chargers.
When the playoffs start next week? Next weekend?
Yep. Next weekend.
Damn. Well,
yep.
Damn, the weekend after. Damn, they don't get no time off. Nigga, right?
No time off. Only the number 1 seed get a week off. Only the number 1 seed. That's why that number 1 seed is so important now, because that's the only team that get that bye week. So, and that'll do it for week 18 for the week 18 picks. So, and I came out 3rd place in one of my fantasy football leagues. So,
that's fire right there.
Yeah, but then my other league I came out last. So,
damn.
One league I came out last. The other league I come out 3rd place. So,
see, not to cut you off, man. I'm looking at the video of that nigga Chase. Man, that dude so fast. Man, that dude so fast, dog.
Yeah. Yep. So, get these shout outs so we can roll out. Baker, since you've been MIA, what you got for us?
Man, listen up. First and foremost, I want to say I hope everybody have a great 2022. I wanna send that positive energy y'all way. This is your year. If you've been holding yourself back or tiptoeing around anything in your mind that you think you want to do, and you're scared to jump off the ledge, jump off the ledge. Because you're not getting no younger, and anything is possible if you put your mind to it. With that being said, shout out to Trinity Treats. All your famous desserts, anything that you can think of, baby girl can whip it up. If not whip it up the way it is, it'd be better. Follow her on Instagram, Trini_treats with a Z. Shout out to Dollar's Lemonade, should be making a comeback real soon. I heard that they got some new flavors they might be popping out with, so y'all keep an eye out for that. Y'all follow them on Facebook, Dollar's Lemonade. Too Much Cycling, the best seats in town. If you hit the curb and something jump in the front of your bike, the brakes gonna work. I promise you. And you're gonna be seen and clean. Macho Trucking. Listen to me, man. I seen just earlier, I left for a second and came back on the podcast. I seen them people hauling Kevin Durant efficiency on the back of that thing. Them people so fast with it. I never thought I'd see that. I'm telling you. So if you need it hauled or towed or anything, they gonna tow it. They can mow it. They can do whatever. They pull up with a lawnmower. They pull up with a lawnmower factory. They pull up with a pallet of Eazyana shirts. Whatever they get their hands on, they gonna get it to you overnight. I promise. No matter where they pick it up from, it's gonna make it overnight. So shout out to Macho Truck. That's all I got.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know,
Eazyana, what you got for?
Shout out, man. Happy hipping, man. Y'all know. Get at them for the treats. Dignified Administration. Follow them on Instagram and Above the Earth. We got some new merch dropping, so y'all be on the lookout for that. 2022, man. Keep pushing.
Yeah. And man, hey, Barry, come on now, man. You can't forget about your own video, man. You gotta promote the video, bro. The Real E.
Well, yeah, I dropped a new video, man. The Real E. You know what I'm saying? On YouTube, on my channel. Y'all can subscribe to that. And let me check the date. Yeah, I'm gonna make the announcement for next week. Next week for the y'all just stay tuned, man. Next week I got an announcement for the FOH brand, so y'all stay tuned for that.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
And for me, simple man, as always, man, y'all check us out on Apple Music, Spotify. Check us out. 22. So would you have one more? You have one more?
Nah, I just said bake, I'm out. That's it. Time for sports.
Oh man, it's your boy Benoit out.
Sent the boot to Eazyana next week, man.